Hi, I'm Jody Joyner, and I'm visiting faculty in the art department at Colorado College. During Block 3, I taught a studio art course called Topics in Sculpture Installation Art. Installation art is a porous term used to describe mixed media artworks designed for a specific space or for a temporary amount of time. What distinguishes installation from sculpture or other art forms is its emphasis on how the artwork creates or interacts with the surrounding physical space and the importance of the viewer's experience of the work. The mock open call project was the culminating project in installation art. Working in small groups, students dreamed up ideas for the space, sketched and made maquettes, rendered their designs in SketchUp, wrote project proposals, and devised project budgets to submit for review. Working with the Fine Arts Center has been a great experience this block. I've been really impressed by how relatable everyone at the museum has been and how much time and energy they've invested in giving students feedback on their work. For the mock open call, we worked with Ali Ehrensaft in museum education, lead exhibition designer Jonathan Dakenbring, and curator of modern and contemporary art Katia Rivero.
For our project, we did something called the infinity slide, and we were thinking a lot about space and kind of how this specific courtyard would impact our creation, our installation specifically. So I think kind of these notions of how to adapt to architecture and adapt projects. Collaborating with the FAC staff was such an incredible experience just to get hands-on feedback kind of about what not only what the FAC has to offer and its missions and values and how we can incorporate that into our project, but more of just kind of to have a real-world example and how this institution looking at the work.
So for our final project, we decided that what it would look like would be a 6 foot by 6 foot quilt that would be right here in the center of the courtyard. And it would probably be in a plexiglass case, so it would be protected from the elements. The purpose of the project was more to bring a new community into the Fine Arts Center, one that we thought had been sort of excluded from here, and that's the unhoused population, which is pretty prominently located just a couple blocks south of this Fine Arts Center. A core part of our proposal wasn't just to have this work on display for a few months. It was for, after the work's being done on display, for it to be formally accessioned by the museum and therefore incorporated into the collection, and the object would then be taken care of for a long time. It was very helpful to have the professional standpoint from the staff members to know how visitors actually experience the museum and what their behavior is like.
So for this project, my group came up with this concept that kind of responded to a number of things. We were responding to isolation that comes with the pandemic, quarantining, sticking to your immediate bubble, not being able to see friends and family as you're used to. We were responding to the political divide in Colorado Springs and the lack of communication and connection between a number of different demographics, and we are also responding to the lack of communication between CC students and the greater Colorado Springs community. And so we kind of approached this project with all of these in mind, and we wanted to bring people together in a safe way that you could utilize in the middle of a pandemic or afterwards. And so we came up with this organic seating arrangement that was made of a combination of wood and steel. I think working with the FAC staff as a student was a very unique experience. As an art major, I feel like most of the projects that we work on are either pretty theoretical or smaller projects that we're able to complete in one go. And I think working with the FAC staff really kind of put into perspective the concept of planning something out that will actually be implemented and learning the type of language to use.
my partner and I decided we were going to make a giant maze in this FAC Courtyard that spanned the whole grass area. And he was so amazing at the 3D software that he was able in one night to create an entire maze that looked realistic, which is something I never could have done. So one thing that I actually really liked about this class, that doesn't relate to the FAC, but the diversity of the class was really cool, because not everyone was an art studio major, not everyone was from America. We had people from all over. FAC is a great opportunity for students to start to think about their work in the context of the real world, think about their work in the context of what a group of people want to market that work as, think about their work as something that they're not going to have control over all the time and that an audience is going to reinterpret and reanalyze.
It was also really amazing to witness how students considered the role of an artist in public life, and in turn developed works that spoke to the Fine Arts Center's audience and other local communities. I hope this project inspires students to take their ideas out into the world beyond the Colorado College campus.